Yo, what's good, guys? It's Risky here. How you guys doing? We back here. I couldn't do predictions for this week, but I feel like you guys know me and everything. I would have got all of them right. Let's just be honest here. I just would have got all of them right. You feel me? Well, let's get right into the week. What is this? Yeah, week 12 recap. Week 11 recap. Week 12. It's one of those. Fuck. Yeah, it's week 12 recap. Yeah. Bears, Lions, Bears barely win this game. It was just a terrible game in general. The Lions are a terrible team. They're able to put up close games, but they can't finish a game for their life. But yeah, the Bears also aren't playing too good either. 4-7, which I feel like a lot of people had higher expectations. Not high expectations, but they had higher expectations than 4-7. But that's really not much. But here's basically the best game on Thanksgiving. Raiders Cowboys, which was a great game in general. Derek Carr played very fantastic out there. He played great. The offensive line for the Raiders was great. They're able to establish a better running game, I feel like, too. Dallas, their offense was a little shaky at first, but they're able to get it right back. They're able to get it back on track. And their defense was kind of giving up. Their defense was giving up a lot. Of course, this game is a lot different due to the refs. The refs did a lot during this game. The refs did a lot. 28 penalties. Honestly, Dallas should have won this game if it wasn't because of the refs, but that's a different conversation. Bills Saints, a game that I personally had money on. I've had money on the Bills. We won. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah. This was just a massacre. I don't know why Trevor Simeon's still starting. I would just put in Ian Book. Just see what he has. Look, you're 5-6. I think they're 5-2. I think they've lost four straight or five straight. You got to give the young kid a chance, or give Taysom Hill the chance. Like you're paying a lot of money for. I don't know why the Bills are still showing up. Still, they're kind of proving to themselves why they deserve to still be a contender team, even though they haven't had the best games with some teams, but they blow out the Saints 31-6. Let's go on to the next one, which was Tampa Colts. My bad. Let me move this real quick. Tampa Bay, high scoring game. Leonard Fournette had a fantastic one. Brady still had a good game, but he just was kind of chilling. The Colts are still a very solid team. Carson Wentz is still having a very good season. He just makes bonehead decisions sometimes. I think it's mostly because he tries to do too much as a quarterback. Jonathan Taylor still had a very solid game. The Colts defense is still not looking good as I would say most of us saw this year. Even before the season, I didn't think the Colts defense would be good. I didn't think the Colts would be as good. I thought the Colts would still be a solid team, but be a little bit lower than they were last year just because of their defense. They gave up, I think Lamar Jackson had a career high passing yards against them, which is really all I need to say. Jets Texans. Jets win this one 21-14. Texans are still not a good team, but they have a better chance with Tyrod Taylor. He's a guy who I think they might want to bring back for next season. Not as a starter, of course, but I think he would be a very solid backup as Davis Mills provides nothing for them. And the Jets have a very solid game. Zach Wilson did not do very, very well throwing. He did have a rushing touchdown. Jets defense came up clutch, especially their front four on their defense. Secondary still looks pretty bad for the Jets, which I'm going to be doing a mock draft soon. And as the more I'm watching college football and everything, I will be doing a full on first round mock draft soon. And when we get closer to draft season and when the all season actually happens, I will be pushing out a possible 2 to 3 round mock draft, maybe even more. I might just do a full 7 round before the actual draft and honestly just see how many I get right, and that'll be some bonus points. But anyways, but no, the Jets, they played good enough to win them this game. Again, this is both teams who are very bad, so I don't know what else you want me to say on this. Giants, Eagles, yeah. Jalen Hurts is a running back. That's all he is. They designed their offense to run. They run 66% rushing plays, my bad. He threw 3 picks, and all of them were terrible. All of them were his fault. There was not one where like, oh, the receiver went off the hands or the receiver messed up there. No, they were all Jalen Hurts. He's a running back. Danny Doms had to go in there and do his own business. Oh, gang. Panthers Dolphins, another showing of why I think Cam Newton's very overrated quarterback. I might make a video on that, why I think Cam Newton's very overrated quarterback. Played a terrible game, 5 for 21, 2 picks, and I think he had a passer rating of literally 5 passer rating. Dolphins defense very much showed out. Javon Holland had a pick six. 2 over the past 4 or 5 weeks has been playing very good. He has been playing great. Well, statistically, he has been playing great. But if you look at touchdowns, interception ratio, it's not going to be. It's still going to be very solid, but you're going to look at he's not throwing many touchdowns or many yards. He's playing the role that he can play. Not doing too much, but he's able to play very good enough to win them games, which he has. The defense, of course, showed up. Jalen Phillips, I think, also had like 3.5 sacks this game. And also talk about Cam Newton, he did get benched this game, which I wonder what the Panthers are going to do this offseason. Are they going to settle for a veteran quarterback, or are they going to maybe reach in the draft for a quarterback? Who knows? Titans, Patriots blew them out, which the Patriots are starting to look like a top team in the AFC, which I said before the season they are going to be a very solid team this year. Now at 8-4 after their struggles in the beginning of the season. Mac Jones is playing very good. He's playing very great as a quarterback, to be honest. The Titans, I'm trying to think. Titans had many injuries this game. I remember. I think AJ Brown and Julio were out. Tannehill's not looking too great right now, but the Patriots defense is looking very solid. I really want to talk about that. Matt Judon's having a great season, who's a guy who I wanted in the offseason. He's playing great. I feel like the Patriots receiving core is a little underrated this season. They are playing very solid for Mac Jones. They're doing their job. They're not doing anything flashy or anything great, but Kendrick Bourne is looking like a very solid receiver there, which I didn't think he would be. I didn't really think he'd be that good for them. Like, he's playing very solid for the Patriots. Steelers Bengals, this was a massacre. As we look, the Steelers are 5-1, as the Bengals are now starting to kind of head upwards as 7-4, winning 41-10. Joe Burrow had a fantastic game. Give it up for Joe Burrow. He's a guy who I think is going to be a little inconsistent in the NFL, as he's going to have some great days and he's not. Which you can say that for great quarterbacks all the time, but I've seen a lot of it out of Joe Burrow where he just makes stupid plays or he makes some great plays. Jamar Chase, I feel like the past few weeks has been a little bit quiet. He hasn't been like shut down or anything. He just hasn't been getting the same production as he was before, but he's still playing very solid. Bengals offensive line is surprising me by playing not great, but they're playing good enough to at least keep them a winning record. As their defense is definitely a surprise by me. I did not think the Bengals defense would be nearly this good. Their defense playing great, and I wonder what the Steelers are going to do at the end of the season. Do we think that this could be Mike Tomlin's final year, or do we think that they're going to try to maybe fix the quarterback situation and then continue from there? Falcons, Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is having a very bad rookie year. It's not just him; it's also a situation with Jawan Taylor, the right tackle, who is awful. The defense is solid, but it definitely has some holes in there. And then the Falcons are the Falcons. You got inconsistent Matt Ryan there, who I don't even. Do we really care about the Falcons? Really? Or the Jaguars? Come on. Chargers, Broncos. Justin Herbert did have a little shaky game here, and the Broncos took advantage of that. I think you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Drew Lock had to go into this game. But no, they definitely established a running game. They're getting more to Javonte Williams, which I love to see. And their defense is playing very solid, especially in their secondary. As you saw, Patrick Surtain had a pick six this game. But no, I still like both these teams for the future, in my opinion. I really like what the Chargers could do, and I like what the Broncos could do heading towards the future. I just don't think the Broncos should be winning as much, as I think they do have a quarterback situation, which quarterbacks are going to drop in this draft. But I'm just saying, I don't think the Broncos are going to go anywhere this season, in my opinion. Packers, Rams. Packers took this. The Rams had a very shaky first half. Stafford hasn't looked the same over the past few weeks, maybe fighting through injuries that we don't know. He still can't seem to find that chemistry with Odell yet. But like I said with the Packers, come on. You have Aaron Rodgers still playing great out there. Devontae Adams was cooking up Ramsey all night. Packers defense, even though they gave up 28 points, when you actually watch their defense played a lot better than this. You might be like, oh, they gave up 28 points. They only won by 8. But when you actually watch the game, their defense played a lot greater. I think the Packers right now might be my team for the NFC. That's my team for the Super Bowl in the NFC. I think before the season, yeah, my predictions were Bills, Packers. That was my prediction, which it could still happen. And I don't know if it will, but Vikings, Niners. The Niners are starting to go on a little bit of a win streak, I feel like. Um, Vikings could have won this game. Kirk Cousins made that bad end zone decision. I think it was the 2 point play or the or was supposed to be a touchdown. I'm not sure, to Justin Jefferson. Um, Kirk Cousins is still having a great season. He had a solid game here. The Vikings defense is not looking like what we thought it would be, or at least it has in the past. Their defense looked very bad this game. Um, yeah, they're and the Niners' offense is looking very good. The way they're using Deebo Samuel, I like. Jimmy Garoppolo is still playing very solid football, which I don't. It probably is because he has Trey Lance behind him, so probably just waiting. Which I'm surprised he's still not playing, and it kind of scares me. But no, the Niners have been looking good the past few weeks, but I do think that they need to make some changes to actually be a winning team again. 6-5 is not a winning team. Browns Ravens. This was a bad game. Lamar really put the L on Lamar, even though they won. Throwing 4 interceptions, which I think like one or two of them weren't really his fault, but they still weren't good passes. He just didn't play a good game in general. Baker didn't play a really good game in general at all, but towards the later half of the game, not the later half, but towards late in the game when they needed to score, he was still making great throws, but the players just couldn't hold on to them. Good defensive game by both sides, but the Ravens should not have won that game, to be honest, the way Lamar was playing. And then we got Seahawks, Washington. This is mostly Washington, nice win, yada yada yada. But Seahawks, you need to start a rebuild. I said this before the season. I'll say it again. That Seattle's not going to be a good team. Seattle is going to be an overrated team. I just didn't see it. Their offensive line, their defense is bad. Their defense played solid this game, and Russell Wilson is not looking like the man that we have seen. That's not the Russell Wilson that we know or have seen before. Maybe he gets traded this offseason. Maybe maybe not fire Pete Carroll, but maybe they just say, listen, this is not a good team. Let's restart our rebuild. Let's actually do a rebuild. We haven't done this in like 10 years. It's crazy to think about that, but that's just my opinions about this week. I'm going to get my predictions out soon. This is Risky here. Please like, please subscribe. See you.